What if I told you the world's biggest smartphone empire released a phone so dangerous it was banned from airplanes? A device so explosive it nearly destroyed Samsung itself.
Different batteries that the Note 7 has, blaming it on one of the manufacturers.
This is not just a story about a faulty phone. This is the story of the Galaxy Note 7 and how it became the most infamous tech disaster of our time. By the end of this video, you will know why these phones exploded, the billion-dollar mistake that almost killed Samsung, and how that disaster reshaped the smartphone industry forever, before Samsung rose from the ashes. To understand what happened, we need to go back to 2016. Apple's iPhone still dominated headlines, but Samsung was closing in fast. Their Galaxy Note came with big screens, a powerful stylus, productivity on the go, and now the Note 7 was supposed to be the ultimate iPhone killer.
This is the best phone that Samsung makes right now.
On stage, Samsung executives unveiled it with pride. A curved display melting onto the edges, a slicker and waterproof design, even cutting-edge iris scanning security. And most importantly, a battery bigger and stronger than ever before. The message was clear. The future was here, and it was called Note 7. Reviewers were impressed. Tech blogs called it the best phone Samsung had ever made. Pre-orders surged, customers lined up outside stores, and for a brief moment, it seemed like Samsung had finally managed to outshine Apple. But then the cracks appeared. At first it was quiet, a report here, a story there, a phone that overheated, another that smoked, and then one that caught fire.
Hey YouTube, just wanted to post this and share what just happened to my Note 7. Came home after work.
At the beginning, people thought it was a fluke, a rare defect in a few unlucky units. But as more and more cases appeared, it became impossible to ignore. A phone left charging on a nightstand reduced to the ashes. Another melted inside a car.
To see car fire, the driver, who did get out safely, says his Samsung Galaxy Note 7 is to blame.
And then came the headline that terrified everyone. A Note 7 had exploded mid-flight.
Amy, we've been so worried about one of these phones overheating on a jet.
Suddenly, this wasn't just a glitch, it was a ticking time bomb. Samsung now faced a nightmare. Their flagship product, just weeks old, was making global headlines for all the wrong reasons, and the worst was still ahead. Samsung acted quickly, announcing a massive global recall. Millions of devices were to be returned, with replacement units promised, of course. The company assured the public the issue was fixed and then the new phones could be trusted. But then, disaster struck again. The replacements also caught fire. The so-called safe phones turned out to be just as dangerous as previous one. One of the most frightening cases happened on a Southwest Airlines flight when a replacement Note 7 began smoking and forced a full evacuation.
I was kind of looking around to see what was going on, and I saw that smoke was just pouring out of my pocket. I pulled it out, then threw it onto the ground.
All 75 people on board were safely evacuated from the plane around 9:15 Wednesday morning.
For regulators, that was the breaking point. The Note 7 became the first device in history banned by name on airplanes. Airport speakers around the world echoed the same warning.
For safety reasons, Austrian prohibited the use of the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 on board its aircraft.
Would you please keep in mind that the use of Samsung Galaxy S7 Note is strictly forbidden.
Imagine that, a phone so infamous it became a global security threat. The financial toll was staggering. Samsung scrapped the Note 7 entirely, destroying millions of units and losing over $5 billion. Their stock price went down and consumer trust was shattered almost overnight. For competitors, it was easy material for jokes. Memes spread like a wildfire. For Samsung, it was an existential crisis. Could the company ever be trusted again? Could a brand built on a cutting-edge innovation survive a disaster of this scale? After the flames came the questions. What had gone so horribly wrong? Samsung launched one of the largest 10 investigations in history. Hundreds of engineers, thousands of batteries tested, months of research. The findings were shocking. In their rush to beat Apple, Samsung had pushed battery design to the very limit. The Note 7's slim frame left almost no space for its oversized battery.
First instance, there was an electrode deflection and incorrect positioning of the negative electrode tip in the upper right corner of the battery. In the second occurrence, an abnormal weld spot led to an internal short circuit.
And when lithium-ion batteries short circuit, they don't fail quietly, they ignite. In the end, Samsung's obsession with speed and thinness had overtaken the most important thing of all, safety. Samsung was humiliated, but they responded in a way that surprised many. The company issued a public apologies.
An apology and a bow from a top Samsung executive.
Implemented an 8-point battery safety check that became industry standard.
At Samsung, safety has always been our priority. Since our Galaxy Note 7 recall, we've further improved the smartphone manufacturing process and developed an 8-point battery safety check.
And rebuilt their supply chain from the ground up. When the Galaxy S8 launched the following year, it was flawless.
As you all know, it has been a challenging year for Samsung.
The Note 7 disaster nearly destroyed Samsung's reputation, but in the end, it forced the company to evolve, to slow down, to put safety first, and to rebuild the trust one device at a time. So what can we learn from the Galaxy Note 7? That in the race for innovation, one small miscalculation can ignite disaster. That trust, once lost, is almost impossible to regain, and that even the mightiest tech giant is only one mistake away from collapse. The Note 7 wasn't just a phone, it was a warning, a reminder that even titans can burn. This is my channel Next Story. I tell stories that I find interesting. If you want to support me, subscribe the channel and let me know in the comments what kind of stories you would like to hear. See you around.